Hello everyone and welcome to the channel update for the 25th of March 2017. Now it has been 3 months since I started this channel and 2 months since I made a video like this, so I thought it'd be a good time to talk about it. I think I'm going to talk about, the good, the bad, and what's coming up in this channel. Let's start with some of the good things. I have, at this moment, 24 subscribers, which is considerably better than I was 2 months ago when I only had 2 subscribers after a month of work. It is quite nice to know that my work is being appreciated and more people are subscribing every couple days. It really does make me feel good. Also, my Banished series has gotten an incredible amount of success. The first episode has over 300 views. It is an insane amount for a channel my size, and I cannot be happier about it. Even to this day, 2 months after it had been released, it still routinely gets some of the best views and watch time of any video on my channel daily. And it's so nice. I'm so glad that you people had made it possible for me to do this. I know that most of you had been around because of the Banished series, and I'm welcoming you all to it. Thank you so much for being here. Now, some of the bad things that have happened in the last couple months. I've had 2 copyright claims. One of them went up today, and I won. One of them, the one that I just won today, it was I had used a Mozart song during a time lapse in one of my videos, and 5 separate companies had claimed it as their own property. Well, they were all full of shit because they all let it lapse, and I have won monetization rights back on that video. The second video that was claimed was only claimed by one company, which is equally full of shit because it was only on a single moment of my video, and it was just the background music in the video. It was a Transport Fever video. You do not own that. Get out of here. Other than that, no, there's not a whole lot to complain about. A lot of technical difficulties, though. A lot of technical difficulties I don't even talk about, my Banished series has a bunch of crashing, which I've mentioned a lot if you're watching, but also really early on when I was doing this, I had this bad system where my computer kept crashing. It was a bad RAM module that ended up fucking it over. Luckily enough, after weeks of constant crashes, like 31 consecutive crashes on my computer, I got it fixed, and I was able to keep up my videos through all that. And man, was that difficult. But either way, here we are. Now you might be here because my Hearts of Iron 4 video is ending today. Today was episode 36 was the last episode. We have won the war, and it will be coming to a close. I don't think I'm going to continue playing Hearts of Iron 4, just because, as fun as it is, it gets pretty repetitive, especially into the end game. I think even starting over as another nation, it's going to be more of the same. I might go back to it when it's a new update. Paradox loves their updates. But for now, I'm going to be saying goodbye to Sexy Hitler. So there's a question of what's going to happen now. What's going to happen now that Hearts of Iron 4 is being taken off the channel? I mean, it's a game I've been playing since the beginning of January. It's been a staple of this channel, and it's my second most popular series past Banished. Well, I have a few ideas. On April 6th, Paradox Interactive is releasing both the Mandate of Heaven expansion for EU4, Europa Universalis 4, and the Utopia expansion for their game Stellaris. Both of them are grand strategy games which fit into what I want to play. They're coming out at the same time. I just have a slot open up on my channel. I think this is the perfect time for me to start that up. But coming into when we're going to play until then, which the first episode of that probably will come out around April 8th. That will be the first time slot open, the first Saturday that there would be an open time, probably with the EU4 first. Up until then, I got this new game. It's Ghost Recon Wildlands. It came free with a new graphics card that I bought, the GTX 1070, and even though I don't really have much interest in playing, I'm not really a first-person shooter kind of guy. I played the original Ghost Recon when I was a bit younger on the Xbox, and I died a lot, but I kind of liked it. I don't think this new one is anything like that game, but hey, it's something new, it's some variance. watch it if you want, don't watch it, I don't mind. It's something to tie me over like City Skylines was. Now, I think something that might be interesting, especially for anyone who is a subscriber to me and is also a YouTube creator in their own right, I think what would be interesting is my take on my own content. I really think of myself as a long form content creator, someone who makes videos not until it loses popularity, but until it comes to a proper end, an end that can work. Like, for an instance, I can see a lot of my content going for quite a long time. My CK2 videos can keep going. I don't see that game ends in like the 1400s. I'm still what in the 800s. I can play that for a long time. Transport Fever, that game goes pretty slow, so I can keep playing that. Hearts of Iron just ended. Banished, I hope to be able to keep that up. I know that I'm mostly a Banished YouTuber. Most people know me as a Banished YouTuber. On my channel, it says the related channels, they're all Banished YouTubers. So I know that I should keep that up. Then there's also some of the games that are coming out. They can keep going forever, and especially Darkest Dungeon, because I only play that once a week on Sundays, and holy shit, there's an achievement in the game that says, in such haste, for completing the game in under 99 weeks. And if that's what it's considered going fast, then I am in for the long haul. Because if I finally play that once a week, that's going to take me like 2 years to finish. And I am perfectly on board with that. I have a lot of fun doing that. Which also, that kind of gives me an idea. I should rank some of my favorite shows, the favorite series on this channel that I've enjoyed doing so far. I've actually got a couple things prepared. I've had the 5 video schedule going for the last couple weeks. Oh, hello, Mr. Train. Got the 5 video schedule going for the last couple of weeks. I'm going to be expanding that to a 6 video shuffle, which sounds easier than it is. But of the 5 that I've played, which is going to be the Hearts of Iron 4, Transport Fever, CK2, Darkest Dungeon, and Banished. Of those 5, which do I like the most and why? I don't think anyone's actually going to ask that, but I don't know. It might be interesting. I think that my least favorite to play, ironically enough, would be my Banished series. I've already said that people know me as a Banished YouTuber. I've gotten a lot of success from Banished. It gets me much more watch time and views than anything else I put on the channel. But the bugs, the glitches that come from my idea, probably the mod and just the size of the village that I've now made, the crashes that make me afraid to play the game, which is also a reason why it's taken over the slot right now. It would be uploaded right now, but I decided to do this video instead. Just the idea that I could put in a lot of work off camera, try to get things ready, try to get through all of the little mechanics that kind of get in the way of progress, things like starvations, clothing, housing, that before I could just off camera build some housing, build some outward little nodes for collection of food and wood, things that really aren't important to any kind of narrative, things that aren't important to watch, things that would take too long to watch. I could do that off camera and then go in for a recording. But now I try to record almost everything that I do just because I'm so afraid that it will crash and I will lose all of my effort. And if that happens, then not only would I lose everything I've done up until that point, which is terrible. I keep forgetting what I did because I've done it over and over so many times. But it also would lose the recording halfway through because the thing about Bandicam, the recording software I use, if it can't finish properly, it won't finish. If the page goes unresponsive, it just cannot finish its own recording and all that data is corrupted. Which, for a 20-minute video, is not so bad. Like, if I was trying to do an hour-long special and that happened, I would nut. But even so, it's still a fun game. Don't get me wrong. I still love the game. Well before I'd actually started this YouTube channel, I wanted to be a Banished YouTuber. And the fact that I am Even though people had told me, people who kind of knew about Banished and how it worked, told me that I couldn't, the fact that I could, the fact that I am, it's very nice. I think past that, my fourth favorite to play would be Hearts of Iron 4. Like I said, the game, while it is fun, while the World War II time period is one of my favorite time periods in history, I know a lot about what happened. While that is great, it does get repetitive, and I can tell that it is just not a finished game. Like, so, so, so many of the portraits are just generic people. There's not even a lot of variance in them. I mean, holy shit, the entire Baltic countries, Lithuania, Latvia, and Estonia, they're all run by the same guy wearing a different coat. It's so silly. And I mean, past a certain point when you start to snowball, the AI just, it's not enough. It's not enough to hold me back. I don't ever worry about what's going on. I just set up my men and just, hey, go over there, take it. They just can't handle it. So by the end, it was just a big snowball taking over the world, and I'm kind of glad that it got finished as it did, because it leaves open space for new games to take over its slot, and I'm rather happy about that. I love the game, but I think now was a good time to wrap it up. As for my number three favorite spot, it would probably have to go to Transport Fever. Maybe it's because I have the 4 times slower mod, because man, it goes at a snail's pace now because of that 4 times slower. I was almost not expecting that, because when I watch other people play Transport Fever, I see a game that, like, I see a game where you're never able to take in the scenery because it's just everything's happening too fast, and there's new upgrades before you can even appreciate the ones you have. And I didn't want to do that, so I got the 4 times slower mod, and now I'm in a situation where I kind of want upgrades to happen faster. It is nice to hold things back when I'm trying to make videos here, man. Also, it doesn't help that I'm pretty sure like only one person watches that video. But, if one person takes the time out of their day to regularly watch the videos I make, I am not going to stop them. I applaud you. That's kind of the thought process that I go for. If I'm going to make a video and at least one person is going to match me for every minute of recording I make, I'm going to keep up this video. If I'm making their day better, I'm going to keep going. So then, number 4 would have to go to Darkest Dungeon. Darkest Dungeon, because despite the fact that nobody watches that video, like I made a 40-minute video, I think it got less than 1 minute of watch time. Nobody is on this channel to watch it, from what I can tell. And I don't even care. I have so much fun making those videos. I have so much fun making the characters, giving them personalities, giving them motivations. I have so much fun role playing in that aspect, and then building their characters around it, building their skill sets around it, building their weaponry, making stories about what they're doing and why they're doing it, why they're stressed, and why they're going on missions. It's just so much fun. I hope that if I get bigger, I will find people through my other videos that are interested in sticking with me as I spend the next couple years, most likely, doing Sunday Darkest Dungeon videos. And if you wonder why I also do that, it's because I want to play Darkest Dungeon, but Darkest Dungeon is a game that can easily go on for a couple hours. Like, it can easily take like an hour to finish a mission, especially the long missions near the end. It could easily take a very long time to finish, and with my internet, it takes 6 hours to upload a 20-minute video. So you take that, it would take 18 hours of consecutive, unpausable upload to get an hour-long banished, not a banished, hour-long Darkest Dungeon video up. And in that case, I do not want to have a second video that day. I do not want to have to spend 24 consecutive hours uploading just for a singles day of videos. I'm not going to do that. So instead, I have one video of indeterminate length on Sundays to finish off the week. And that leaves the one and my most favorite game to play, which is CK2, the story of Ragnar, Odin's Own. Uh, I'm really enjoying that. I will binge play that game with Ragnar. It's for a lot of the same reasons as Darkest Dungeon. I like the roleplay aspects. I like being able to think of what's going on and why it's going on, and make little stories, make little narratives, build a character, and then all the little pop-ups, I will answer them justly. Now, I also like the idea of the generational aspect of this. Ragnar is going to have many children, and the game will continue with his children and their children. They'll keep going, they will conquer the world, or I'm going to try and keep it as historically accurate as possible. I'm not really going for a world conquest. I don't. It's a very easy game to snowball and start to take over the world. I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in Svitjoth. And with that, I think I've covered everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Just want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I haven't lost a single subscriber so far. And I really enjoy my time on YouTube, and I hope you guys are enjoying me on YouTube as well. Thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.